Hi there. I'm cooking up another dish. This is my second Ethiopian dish of the day. And this one is calling for, the recipe actually online called for kale. But it did say that if you could find collard greens to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to use collard greens. I'm using a mixture. It's mustard greens, turnip greens, collard greens, and spinach. So now you can see I've got a nice big bowl of my greens here. So I'm going to put that in a pot with, just dump that fully in the pot, and I'm going to put that in there with 2 cups of the vegetable stock that I actually cooked up earlier. And this one, I did actually water it down. I put 1 cup of the stock to 1 cup of water. So I'm going to put that on a low heat and let that cook. I'm going to actually grab the lid and put the lid on that to let that cook down. And so now I'm ready to start cooking the onions. I'm going to go ahead, I've got some olive oil in the pan, a little bit of olive oil in the pan, so I'm going to let that heat up. And it specifies to put in the onions first and let that cook down for 10 minutes. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add the garlic. So I've got onions, garlic, and recap on that. I've got half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of turmeric, which is going to go in there and flavor the dish. And then I'm going to put a little bit. It called for a hot pepper, and right now I have in my refrigerator a jalapeno. So I'm going to cut up a little bit of a jalapeno. You don't want to make the dish too spicy. The heat will actually come from in this particular case, a little bit of jalapeno that I'm going to put in there. So you can hear the onion starting to heat up with the oil is in there. So I'm going to let that cook down for 10 minutes on a lowish heat. So now that I've got it in there and it's starting to cook, I'll go ahead and turn that down. And then once that is cooked a bit, I will add in the garlic. So I've added the garlic in there and letting that cook for about a minute. The collard greens are done. The green mixture is done. So it's asking me to take out the greens and put them into the mixture here, but keeping the reserve the stock in this case that I used. I've got the greens here and a colander that I've drained into the dish. So I'm going to take the onions and the garlic and go ahead and place in my collard greens. And I do believe the next step I will do is put in my various spices to start getting them to cook in with my mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to stir that, mixing in the garlic with the garlic and the onions with the greens. I go ahead and add the stock in here. So I'm going to take the reserve. It's called reserve. This is from the 2 cups that I put in there to originally cook the greens down to get them soft. I'm now adding that into the mixture with my onions and garlic. So that's going to sit and cook for a while with the lid off. So you want to cook that for about 10 minutes till the green dish has been cooking down. And I'm ready to go ahead and add in the paprika, allspice, lemon juice, and ginger. Now the recipe, this is when the recipe does call for salt, but I'm not cooking with salt, so I'm going to go ahead and refrain from using the salt. Now, one thing that does happen if you've pulled salt away from your diet, lemon juice can act as a substitute for that and create a nice play and enhance your food. So lemon juice is a good thing. You can also use lime juice. I'm going to make this dish with the lemon juice because that's what it asked for. The second time I make it, I may make it with lime juice just to try it and see what it does to the dish. I might end up liking it with lime juice as opposed to the lemon juice. So, again, as I stated with the vegan chili recipe, cook to your taste. Find your taste and the things that you like. and cook to that. So I'm putting in the chili, or the jalapeno in this particular case. I'm going to go ahead and put in the ginger. Maybe a little bit too much ginger in there, but two dishes have a lot of ginger. And I've got my turmeric here, the orangish colored spice, the Indian spice, and that's going in. I've got the paprika, which is red, but it's not a really hot spice, and then the allspice, which is a brownish color. So that's going to go in. And then on top of that, the lemon juice. So I'll give it a stir and let that cook for 5 minutes, and then this dish will be ready to consume. So just want to get all those spices working together and get them playing nicely. So I finished the dish, and I've gone ahead and put it in a container. And this is what it looks like. So it's a greens with onions, garlic. There's some lemon juice in there. There's turmeric, allspice, and paprika, but it's not hot. And then also there are just a few bits of jalapeno. So that does give it a little bit of kick, but not a tremendous amount. I didn't put a whole jalapeno in there because this is only, a small container of greens. If it had been a big, huge pot, maybe I would have put more in there. So this is the Ethiopian dish. I'm going to share this and the yellow lentil dish with some friends a little bit later, and I'll get some feedback from them. So hope you try the recipe and enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.